Verbally Effective, your double E, Ina Esco here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of the Verbally Effective podcast. Now, you guys know we have had so many guests on the pod, but today we have one of the hottest entrepreneurs in the city of Memphis. I'm sure you've heard his name before, and if you haven't, he's more so one of the behind the scenes kind of, entrepreneurs that he making that cheese on. So I am talking about entrepreneur of Chuckles Comedy Club, Mike Ware Jr. What's up, Mike? How you doing this morning?
How you doing this morning?
I am lovely. How's it going? You looking good in this pandemic?
Yeah, nothing but the grace of God. I appreciate you having me on your show, though, man, on your podcast, man. It's great, man.
Yes. Thank you. You know what? I've been following you for a while. You know, we both have that radio background, you in sales, me on air, which kind of work both hand in hand together. So you guys really are the heart and soul of, making radio happen, in my opinion. So we're going to get started at the beginning, Mike. What part of Memphis are you from?
Well, I was born and raised in the Whitehaven area. Everybody now calls it Black Haven.
Right.
What's crazy though, because I went to elementary like in Magnolia and Castade area.
Really?
I went 6 years over there.
Okay.
My grandma stayed over there, so you know how Black families work. A lot of them are strong rooted in like the South Memphis area. So
definitely.
Yeah, so I went to Magnolia for the whole 6 years. I went out to they bused us all from South Memphis to Colonial.
Okay.
And I went to Colonia and graduated from Overton in 1998.
98. Okay, that's a year after me. I'm 97. Don't play.
Ooh, hey, we look good for our age though. Some people graduated in 2010. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. You hear me? Now let's back up to Overton High School. What was Mike Ware Jr. involved in at Overton? What were you into?
Oh man, hold up. I played sports, but I ain't gonna lie, like I was in the choir and I played basketball.
In the choir? Yeah. I never would have thought you said that. Okay, so you can sing.
A little bit. So
what are we,
I'm a choir member. I'm a good choral singer. I ain't Luther. I'm not Luther.
But look, was you going to the competitions, getting the prizes and stuff in the choir? I know how that works.
I think I got a couple of competitions I did pretty good.
Okay, Overton High School. And then what did you do after Overton High School?
I went to University of Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Wow. What made you decide on University of Arkansas Pine Bluff?
I was looking into historical Black schools, and both of my parents graduated from UAPB.
There you go.
So okay. I was about to go to Mississippi Valley, and I went down there to UAPB, got a choir scholarship. And
okay, you was real with the choir.
They gave me that money. I said, hey.
Okay.
Go on.
Wow. How was your experience there?
Man, I tell anybody, if you are graduated from high school and you're not an Ivy League, high GPA, and I understand if you want to go to a big school like that, but it's nothing like the Black college experience, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like it. I go back to homecoming every time I get a chance. The networking with the people, it's nothing like a Black college experience, and it's just, that's just how I feel.
That's true, because I am a Lamorne College alumni, so I'm all for the HBCUs. Wow. Okay, so University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. What was your major? What were you majoring in over there?
It take a while to find your major when you just down there partying. So I found my major my second year. I did mass communication.
Okay.
And what made me do that, like I said, I was trying to pick a major. And my father, he was doing radio sales. And he was like, Mike, what you doing? I was like, I don't know what I'm going to major in. And he showed me some of them commission checks that he was getting. I said, oh, okay, this is what I'm doing then. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this. So I started just focusing on radio and radio advertising and marketing and promoting. Like I even had like my own little radio show down in UAPB. I ran the radio station down in UAPB.
Really? What was your radio name?
Memphis Mike.
Memphis Mike. Okay. I know they were tuning in.
Yeah, I had a little follow.
Okay, so it seems like that's where it all started, and how we got to where we are today. So after you graduated from UAPB, what happened, Mike?
I came home and I hit the ground running. Started working at WRBO, Soul Class 103. I was doing radio sales.
How was that?
It was fun. It was fun. It taught me how to actually like get out and like hustle and get it for yourself, because when you doing radio sales, it's commission based. So if you don't hustle, you're not eating at all. Period. Like, period. So and it also gave me more confidence to just talk and walk in and talk to strangers. So I enjoyed it. I met a lot of new people. A lot of people that I network now, I met just through radio advertising. So that's a part of my life. I'm happy I experienced. I'm happy I did, and I made some money doing it. So it was cool.
So you were good at it. What were some of your big accounts that you remember that you enjoyed establishing that relationship with back in
my favorite? I'm gonna be honest. My favorite client is John Bradshaw. He used to own Just Beepers.
I remember Just Beepers.
And he started doing cricket stores all over the city, man. John Bradshaw is one of the most genuine dudes I ever met. Like, me and him had a real cool relationship. Like, dude is cool. Like, he spent good money with me. When when Power 99, I don't know if anybody remember Power 99.
I used to work there. I left.
You
I left
did?
channel
You must start working there when I left, because I showed
I think so.
But yeah, when I was at Power 99, they first hit the switch on there. John Bradshaw brought so many commercials for me. They thought Just Beepers own Power 99.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so I gotta send a shout out to John Bradshaw, man. He cool. Like Curtis Givens, Thomas Brownlee, those promoters that's in the city that I built relationships with, and I still got relationships with them to this day, just from working in radio. Like, I knew Curtis and them from when I was younger and everything, but the business side of it, it came from working in radio.
Wow. So I know you worked at WRBO. You later went to Clear Channel, but you decided to leave radio sales at one point and pursue entrepreneurship. Tell me about that, and why did you decide to take a leap of faith?
Well, it came down to just, like I said, I was looking at the situation. I had started throwing little parties. I was doing like the parties at the Martini Room, like the dollar parties with Power 99. I was doing little stuff like that, doing concerts, and it was just making some money. And I was like, man, I'm getting out hustling doing this for the radio station, when I can spend this same time that I'm delegating to them to what I got going on, and it can grow, and I can find my own niche and make my own money and assign my own checks. So that's what it came from. But I gotta give radio the credit, because it made me build at home. Like, I always like to find the things in life and everything, and I knew I got to get a job and work, but to get out and do it on your own, you know what I'm saying, that radio kind of helped build it, you know what I'm saying. In college, you hustle a little bit, this, that, and the third, but radio just really made me a beast when it came to just waking up every morning going forward.
Yeah, when you on a mission, baby, you gotta go and get it.
Gotta go and get it. Them phone calls gotta be made. You gotta knock on doors. You can't sit at the house.
You gotta meet them.
Get that check with them zeros on it.
Okay, because it will happen. It
will happen.
Now, you know what? I can really understand how, radio has helped you into what you're doing now with Chuckles, right? Establishing those relationships with some of the big promoters in the city of Memphis. And we have, quite a few, but we know them by name, right? So I know at one point you and Prescott have joined forces, and now you all are heading Chuckles. Tell me how that all came together.
Prescott, he was one of the originators, him and Crumpy, of the comedy scene here in Memphis. Like, hands down. Like, when Monique come in town, she always talk about Crumpy, how he had on stage. So, shout out to Crumpy, man. That's a genuine dude. But Prescott, he had his own comedy club in Bartlett. And he came to us with an idea, because I think he just wanted to kind of grow it. And me and my father, we was in the process. We actually was about to open up a sports bar and grill. Actually, we was looking at business to just open up a restaurant.
Okay.
So when Prescott approached us about the comedy club, we didn't shy away from it because we know how to promote stuff. Like I said, I did parties. My father, he did concerts on larger scales, like your Anita Bakers, your Luther Vandross, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we weren't afraid of the promotion part. We just had to learn the restaurant part. So when Prescott brought it to us, man, we hopped on it, and it just grew. We started looking at buildings at like 3,000 square foot, and it grew to where we end up in the building at 8,000 square feet. So
yeah,
we started with Prescott. Prescott planted this seed in it, and man, we just, God help us water it, and it grew.
yes, and we've seen Chuckles evolve over the years, and you guys bring some of the hottest, I mean, all of the big name comedians to the city. So let me ask you this. Tell me, what I really want to know is about the whole comedy scene. I know you guys have these relationships with these comedians. However, is it easy to book these people to come? Do they just like Memphis? Or, I mean, it seems like maybe they're in rotation. Tell me about that whole dynamic of this comedy scene.
Well, it started where you got to just build a relationship with the comedian, as well as their agent. So what we try to do is we communicate with the agent. When the comedian comes, we make sure we build a relationship with them, because they can change the agent at the drop of a hat. So that's important. That's one reason why Prescott is a pivotal, crucial to what we do as well, because he is a comedian and he has a relationship with a lot of them. So that opened up the doors for that. Now, as far as how it works, we contract, they set a price. Some of them get a set price, some of them get a percentage off the door.
Okay.
The bigger ones mostly get the percentage off the door. So.
Gotcha.
Ticket sales really kind of go toward the artist. That's how it pretty much works. And that's why we do like our 2-item minimums, because that's where we make our money, off the food and liquor. So if you got somebody coming in here and they asking for 20, 30 grand, and they sell, $35,000 worth of tickets, they taking the money off the door. We cover our taxes and little expenses off the door, but we make our money off food. So
okay.
But booking those comedians, man, it's not as hard. It's the scheduling. One of the problems that we run into with Memphis, because you got the bigger comedy shows come in time.
Right.
The ones that headline, we got 5 people on it, so they kind of take away from us. So now we got to schedule them out a little farther. If the comedy show come in May, we're not scared to bring them back at the end of the year, like November. Because you only send them for 20 minutes on them big shows, maybe 15. Like if you got Mike Epps, DC Young Fly, Carlos Miller, Country Wayne, all on one show, and probably 2 other comedians, everybody ain't doing them but like 15, 20 minutes. But if you come to Chuckles, you're going to get them for an hour. They're going to give you their full bag of jokes. So
yeah.
That's the biggest thing when it comes to booking the acts, is trying to stay out the way. Here in Memphis, stay out the way of those big shows.
And you know what? It seems like the comedians love Memphis. Like,
yeah, they do. I haven't had one that haven't came here and say they don't love.
What?
Dion Cole loves Memphis. Mike Epps loves Memphis. Like,
what do they love about Memphis? What do they say
I don't know.
about Memphis?
It's the food. I think it's the vibe, because even though Memphis, we known for the first 48, we really are just cool people. Like, we're going to speak to you, especially if you look a little famous. We're going, hey, what's up? We're going to check, laugh, whatever. So I think it's just the vibe, man. When they come down here, it feel like home. People feel like family, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And honestly, you know how Memphis is.
Yeah.
If you're a celebrity, man, we love you. We gonna mess with you if you mess with us, especially if you got a little sprinkle of hood in you.
Okay. Okay.
They love Memphis, man.
Now, you know what?
Memphis.
I'm glad you broke down the whole formula with the 2 drink minimum and explain it, because I've heard a few people like maybe complain about that in the past. And
I brought a ticket. Why I gotta get something? If I ain't heard that so many times, why you gonna make me get something?
Right.
Man, I'm trying to pay these servers. I'm trying to pay my cooks in the back. I'm trying to feed my kids.
Right. There are expenses involved.
Yeah. So that's just the only thing. I think the biggest adversity that's on the comedy club is just trying to educate people on the 2-item minimum and just the etiquette of a comedy club. Some people come in, they look loud, they talking at the table, they want to go back and forth with the comedian. You're like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And then like
wild up in there.
Yeah, and then like we opened up one in Jackson, Mississippi. They never had a comedy club down there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing there. We got to kind of educate them. Mm-hmm. You know, we opened that one in November of last year. The pandemic. No, November the year before last, because I think we just made it do the pandemic November. Okay. So we opened up before the pandemic. Then in March hit, boom, shut us down. We weren't open no more than about 5 or 6 months.
No. What happened? What happened when that pandemic hit? I know it changed your life forever.
Man, it was like I was saying, down there we had just started picking up steam. February was a big month for us in Jackson. Memphis was still pacing good. And March 13th, it was the weekend of March 13th. It was like the world stood still, man. Everybody started buying tickets. Our comedians started getting nervous because the flights was getting canceled. So we canceled some shows in Jackson on that Sunday. And then that week, they just boom. They told us nothing. You can't open, nothing. So it was like going from 100 to 0.
What did you do when that happened?
Honestly, it was, you know, this is new, so we was stuck. We had to call all the comedians. They didn't, you know, all the agents try to rebook. You got people that brought tickets, like I had D.L. Hurley. He had been selling a lot of tickets. Now, you know, people panic. I want my money back. I want my money back. Now we refunding money. So you got money going out, no money coming in. You know, it was tough. You know, it was tough. Restaurant business took the biggest hit, I think, during the pandemic. And we were in the middle of it. Because restaurants and entertainment business. So you got people that can't do concerts, and you got restaurants that can't open up. And we both of them. We entertainment and restaurants.
Right. So it sounds like you were kind of at a standstill.
Yeah. I think we was down from March all the way to June.
March to June.
No business, none.
Wow. You know, some people would give up at times like that, but you did not give up.
Honestly, it was a blessing. We don't put all our eggs in one basket. Then we did take advantage of some of the things the government was offering for restaurants and stuff like that with the PPP loans and stuff like that.
Right.
We want to keep people working, man. We want to keep our staff working.
Right. Speaking of that PP loan, I've seen they've been sending emails out talking about you can get you some more money if you want.
Oh yeah, you better stay on top of it. They better stay on top of it. But don't do it if you're trying to run game though,
right. They will find out. Uncle Sam is keeping tabs. Wow.
Yeah, he's gonna send you the check and watch your account. So watch out. He'll send it to you.
Wow.
So watch out.
So it looked like, you know, you had some downtime. During that downtime, Mike, did you get a chance to, you know, spend some quality time with family and do some of the things you haven't done in a while?
Yep. I think that was a time I kind of just cleared my head, my plate of all the stuff that was kind of, you know, bothering me. Just spent a lot of time with my kids. I got 4 of them. Okay. I got a little baby girl and 3 boys.
Oh. 3 boys and 1 girl. Okay.
Yeah, man. I got a 15-year-old. He my oldest. I got he 5-year-old. I got a 4-year-old. And I got a 2-year-old little girl.
Okay.
So they keep me young, man. So I was with them, spent a lot of time. It actually helped me save money. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was talking about pandemic, you know, kind of hurt their pockets, but at the same time, it just put me in a better situation and a better mind frame on saving money. You know, even during the pandemic, I was able to purchase a new house, you know, car and everything. Yeah. Because it just made me hone in on my saving skills and just watch my money a little closer.
Yeah.
And, you know, so that stuff wasn't paid off no PPP loan.
Gotcha. Wow. Yeah. So let's talk about when you got the call that the doors were opening again. When was that, and what immediately happened when, you know, you probably got the info, hey, we can open up again?
Man, I instantly went to Chuckles, Memphis, and started moving chairs. They said we can only be at 50%, so I did it myself. No help. Nobody came. I ain't hired nobody. I went in there, looked at that room. I said, okay, we can get 200 people in here. We finna make it work. So I went in there.
What was that, Mike? What month was that?
That was the end of May, early June. I think the end of May they started giving us the let me make sure. I gotta look through my phone. But I think it was the end of May. I think we opened up early June. And all I did, I just prepared for the social distancing. Health department let you know what you needed to do in the kitchen. So it was just a lot of preparation to not to only just reopen your business, but reopen the business under the COVID-19 guidelines.
Are they very different from how business was prior?
Yeah, because you got to take in the 6 feet, the checking temperatures, everybody wearing masks. You got to stay on top of your staff for them to be more health conscious. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad, just sterilizing everything a little harder, going from glassware to everything got to be paper. No paper. I mean, all menus had to be paper. It was a lot of little changes and some big changes. And the health department will pop up on you. So
they pop up. Oh wow.
Yeah, they will pop up on you, especially when you get into the curfew time, man.
What is the curfew?
I think they done lifted it now to where we can serve up to 1 o'clock, and the Patriots got until like 1:30 to finish whatever they eating, and they can leave. But when it was 10. And you talking about we used to having a 7:30 show and a 10 o'clock show. Now we got to have a 6 o'clock show and an 8 o'clock show.
Oh, you have to make adjustments.
Yeah, and get them out of there on time. Mm-hmm. So you got, they pop up on you, want to see why they sitting 6 feet. They got masks on. You got all your stuff posted, your liquor license, and everything. I'm talking about they checking everything from the COVID-19 guidelines to the regular business guidelines just to make sure. And if you wasn't with it, they were closing you down. And I'm talking about in both locations, here in Memphis and in Jackson.
Wow. So I know you keeping up with the current guidelines because I know they're changing constantly. Mm-hmm. We now have a vaccine. Have you taken the vaccine, Mike? What's your thoughts on that? Don't give me no joke about it. Tell me how you feel about it.
Honestly, man, I'm not taking the vaccine. I feel the herd immunity thing. So I'm going to applaud. I hope that works because I'm not going to take the vaccine. Mm-hmm. I'm just not big on something that they turn around that fast, man. And I'm against, like, vaccines anyway. I got a son. He's 3. He just turned 4. His name Miles. And they're trying to label my son autistic. Mm-hmm. And I think when he was born, he was babbling good, dad, blah, blah, blah. Then I started giving him those shots, and my baby went quiet on him.
The autistic shots that they told you should get?
No, his vaccines.
The regular immunization.
But his vaccines, he started taking his shots from his doctor. And over that time, my baby got quiet. He finally started to verbalize stuff. And my oldest son took shots. It didn't bother him. My second son, I think he had a stroke when he was like 3 months.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But he bounced all the way back. That little boy. That's my miracle baby. You can't get me started talking about my kids. Like, my 4-year-old, man, he's starting to verbalize stuff though. So I kind of look at them shots like, man, my little girl, she the youngest. She ain't took a shot yet. I ain't letting her take no shot.
What?
Those shots just once they happen to my little boy, I don't believe in it. I did some research on it. I ain't got to go into that. Mm-hmm. I did research on it, and it is a side effect to that stuff, and I believe I see that in my son. But he coming back around. I stay prayed up. I'm faith. I believe in God, and I have faith that he gonna bring my little boy up out of there. But there's something I ain't touching, man. I ain't doing no shot.
Look, I ain't touching it either. Like, I have a lot of people that were on the fence about it that have now taken it. Yeah. And, I asked, I'm keeping up with them. Like, so how you feel today?
Yeah, my parents took it. I do them the same way. Y'all all right?
Right. I want to know because I hope it don't get to a point where it's mandatory.
Yeah. And that's why I got a trip planned, and I got to check and see, do I got to have that vaccine to go
Where you going? You going out of the country?
Maldives Island. I got a trip planned.
Okay, big money.
I got a trip planned in June, man.
Damn, you going somewhere for real.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to
You ain't
pandemic,
playing.
take no vacation. I'm trying to go somewhere.
Everybody ain't going to the Maldives Island. Dang, I want to go. Yeah,
I'm just trying to make sure.
You gotta make sure you ain't got to get no vaccine.
Yeah, because if I ain't getting no shot, then I'm gonna be somewhere on the American beach. But if they
For real,
if they say I gotta take a shot, I'm just gonna be in America, man.
Oh
but
wow.
I wanna go.
Okay. I know you still going. I
was on Instagram, and that's what fucked me up. I seen Yo got it on a vacation, and his ass was them pictures he was taking. I just looked it up. I said, damn. I looked it up and I found a little nice spot, nice deal. I booked that shit that day.
That water was blue, wasn't it? It was like
clear as hell.
Straight through.
Yeah, clear as hell. And once I looked at the just the resorts over there, I was like, oh, I'm going.
Mm-hmm. How long you gonna be there? A couple of weeks, a week?
No, I'll be there. I'll be there about 6 days.
Oh, that's a nice amount of time to get it in. Okay, so I hope you ain't got to get there. You know, they be like, all right, man, if you want to go, you got to take this shot. You're going to be.
I hope they don't tell me that. Look, I'm going to start calling about that tomorrow. I mean, Monday after this busy weekend. I'm going to find out.
Yeah. Speaking of this busy weekend, what y'all got going on?
Oh, we got Desi Banks this weekend. Everybody know Mr. Desi Banks. He probably the hottest thing going on the internet. You know, he up there with your Country Waynes and your DC Young Flies, man. That man sold out so many tickets. So he gonna have me working this weekend. Appreciate it, Desi. He gonna have me too busy. Yeah. But Okay. If they want to know anything about Chuckles, they can go to chucklescomedyhouse.com. Keep you up to date on everybody coming every weekend.
And you know what, that made me just think about something like, as far as comedians go, you now have the internet where you see so many talented comedians that have made noise on the internet versus your traditional comedians that have come to another channel. It's the same, right?
Yeah, it just changed the game a little bit. I'm not gonna call them dinosaurs, but the older comedians really had to transition into the social media thing because it's not platforms on TV anymore for them to really show their talent. You don't have the Def Comedy Jams, the comic views.
And that's crazy. They don't have that no more.
It's crazy because that's where can a comedy club find the next wave of comedians if it's not a platform for real for them to show their talents? And for us to be like, oh, that's the next guy. I gotta scroll social media. And then social media funding always don't translate to on stage funding. That's meaning I can make a video and I'm just gonna put the video out there. I ain't gotta wait on no laugh. I ain't gotta have no stage presence. If I would like the video, somebody like the video, they like it. If they don't, they can just keep on scrolling. But when you on stage and you tell a joke and you waiting on that punchline to work,
have you seen some of those internet comedians that have gotten their fame from the internet come on the stage at Chuckles and bomb? Tell me about it. Tell me.
No, I'm gonna talk about the ones that came on stage and did good. I want to give shout out to Desi, shout out to Country Wayne, shout out to DC, because I seen them grow. Matter of fact, Desi Banks came with B. Simone. He was hosting the show. He didn't even have a full set. He just got up there, told a few jokes, brought somebody up, came back, told a few jokes, brought somebody else up. But now he got a full hour. I can just tell the difference in them. There's somebody, a lot of them that's online don't take it as serious as they should if they really want that bag, though. And I'm gonna be honest. If you really want that bag, you can get it in the comedy club. For real.
See, you know what? In my opinion, in my humble opinion, it would seem like a comedian that has found somewhat fame on the internet, they got to get on that stage in front of you. Like they gonna have to do it to even get initiated. Because I done seen them on stage, and you got older comedians that not prominent and big names, but that's been doing it. They like, man, these man up here with a wig on and be mad. But you can't be mad at that way he built his fame. He in front of 400 people in my club. With that wig on, to get a big check
when I finna cut him a big check.
Okay.
Oh, you might not have to put a wig on, but you need to go and tap into that social media, man, if you want that check. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Like Karen Claiborne, man, I think we done booked him so many times, but his folks coming. Mm-hmm. They come out. He slapped that wig on, do his characters from online, and bring some comedians with him. That's what he do. He funny with his characters, his jokes, and then he brings somebody up that's funny, then he come back and kill him some more. And that's his thing.
Wow. So, now, Mike, who would you say have been, other than the ones you named already, have been some of your favorite comedians that have graced the stage of Chuckles?
Man, we done had
I done had everybody.
I done had the heavy hitters. I don't even want to speak out of line because, you know, all the ones you go, you know, the vets, your Bruce is your Samoa, your Mike Epps, they funny. You know
Mike Epps, I mean,
yeah, they cool people. You know, we done had Chris Tucker on our stage. You know, even though he came one time, Chris, come on back. We got some money for you.
Come back, Chris.
Come on back, Chris. But I got to give credit to some more. Because, you know, a lot of times when comedians come in, I watch their shows the whole weekend. They doing the same set. I'm gonna hear the same, you know, I'm not knocking them, but that's what comedians do. They got a set. Man, Samoa did a different set for the 7:30 show Friday, different set for the 10 o'clock show Friday. Came back Saturday, did 2 different sets, those 2 shows.
Baby, she got content, honey. She
had a few little things that she kept. But as far as like the whole set being the same, man, she changed it up. And I gotta applaud her for this because that's talent. Like but I think the one I got the coolest relationships with, like personal relationships with, you know, I like Dion Coleman, him cool, Red Grant, D. Ray Davis. Anytime they come to town, we going out. You know what I'm saying? Those my folks. You know, they taking my calls. If I DM them, they hit me right back. What's up, Mike? I mean, we trying to book you. What you doing? Tell your agent we need that date. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So, yeah. Amazing. You know what? It's amazing to see your growth in this comedy game and how you guys bring all of this talent to Memphis and make us laugh, because nothing cures anything like a laugh, right? Like it is the all.
It is. It's medicine.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I think that's why, you know, I appreciate Memphis, man. Memphis has kept us open for sale. And I'm gonna say that Memphis has kept us open. I'm not saying I did. We so smart. Memphis comes out and support us. You know what I'm saying? I know business ain't always perfect. You know, I done had your nasty attitude serves. I done had to let go. Talk crazy to people. I done had some bad managers. I had to let go. So I appreciate y'all deal with us through the growing pains, because every business is not perfect. Everybody done mess up. But when you come back, you have a good time that second time or third time and fourth time. I appreciate you spending your money with us. But especially, you know, I'm going to be honest, the black dollar has kept us open for these years.
That's right.
I appreciate it. I appreciate the community, black community, for supporting us.
Now, it has kept you open and a lot of other people open, because you are a major advocate for other black businesses. Tell me about that before we go.
I just like to support black businesses, period, because I think, man, it's like, if you're going to show your kids and just the next generation, I think growing up with us, we was always taught, you got to go to school, you got to go work for somebody to be successful. But at the same time, my parents was doing entrepreneur stuff, but I don't think they really just pushed it on us enough. So that's one thing I'm trying to do, and that's why I support black business, because the entrepreneur spirit is important to the growth of the black community, to the black dollar, and just to recycle the black dollar, period. Like all my employees, and it's not just because I'm racist, but all my employees black. I put out the stuff on Indeed and all that, but all my employees black. Majority of the comedians that I pay are black comedians. So I'm recycling the black dollar, and it's just good to see other black businesses that do that. So I support black business. You might see me in a club after I done left my club just to support another owner. I might just be in there 30 minutes, have a drink, pay at the door. I ain't trying to get in free. If they let me in free, cool, but I'm gonna still come in, you know, buy a drink. I'm gonna go to black restaurants. it's just important just to recycle that black dollar, man, if we want to uplift our black community and just give back. Shout out to Grove Hero, though. That's a comedian that I gotta shout out, bro. Bro do so much for
In the
Memphis,
community.
man, so much for the community. It is amazing to see dude. And anything he want from me, he can call me if he needs some help with anything. Like, he go down to Jackson, Mississippi, I let him use my parking lot down there for his food truck when he do down there, man. Dude, I just got to shout him out, though. That's a comedian I got to shout out, though, because that's a good dude, man. Genuine dude.
That's my boy. Has he been on stage at Chuckles yet?
Yeah, man. They did one of them roast videos of me talk bad to them. So when they was really bubbling, and Carlos, when they was really bubbling, I went on doing them on stage, you know what I'm saying? I reached out to him. I was like, man, look, I like what y'all doing. I see y'all growing. Go on and roast me. Put up a video, talk bad about me. And I'm gonna tell them if I don't respond, y'all gonna keep going. So we came up with a little promotion idea. They checked me, I booked them, and they did good on a Thursday night. And that's when they were just bubbling. They still had like 250 people in there. Yeah. And just to see him go from there and just keep growing, man, it just let you know, man, when you a good person, you know what I'm saying? God has favor in your life, though.
That's true.
It's really the truth, though. Shout out Grove Hero, though.
Shout out Grove Hero. He has a huge following. He and I are working on something for the community with Fraser. He's from Fraser.
Yeah.
So we're
so if y'all need something, though, call me, though. Whatever you need, something. Even if it's a box of chicken, I come through.
Okay. So tell me this, Mike. I know you got Chuckles Comedy, you got the Crumpy's restaurant. What's next?
Well, like you said, I'm opening up a Crumpy's. I got another little restaurant called Cockeyed Rooster. Y'all probably hear that on the radio. We were working on a Chuckles New Orleans, but the pandemic kind of throwing a wrench in it. So I kind of got to see how we're gonna handle that. But yeah, we had signed the lease and everything. But the pandemic.
I love New Orleans. You was gonna be in New Orleans most of the time after that.
Yeah, look, I be in Jackson. They gonna have to go and get a condo down in New Orleans.
For real.
If they pop off, we in conversations about that. But I really want to just expand the brand. So if I don't get New Orleans, it's gonna be another city. It'll be somewhere else. Try to target cities that don't have comedy clubs. So we'll be the only.
Yes.
Only game in town, though. So just stay tuned. I put God first, so I'm pretty sure he got some stuff planned for me.
All the time. Well, I have truly enjoyed you, Mike Ware.
And I appreciate you having me, man.
Yes.
You got me out my comfort zone. I really don't do stuff like this. I like to play back low key.
Yes, that's what I do. And I'm sure our verbally effective audience is going to enjoy this podcast and learn more about you and your journey. Memphis loves Chuckles. So I know they're going to be tuning in. And you said that they can check out everything with Chuckles on chucklescomedyhouse.com.
Yep, chucklescomedyhouse.com. Any social media platform, just look up Chuckles Comedy House. You'll find us.
Okay, and how can they follow you, Mike Ware, on social media?
M Ware Jr. You can look me up. You'll find me, Mike Ware, on Facebook.
All right, dear. Thank you so much for joining me.
I appreciate it. You are a gem. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. And hopefully I can get out the house and come see Zezzy this week.
Let me know. I'll take care of it.
I'm going to let you know.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mike. I truly enjoyed you today.
All right. Thank you.